Good afternoon. I'd like to call to order the meeting of the Oklahoma City Water Utilities Trust. First order of business is to approve the minutes of the March 12th, 2019 meeting of that trust. And I'd recognize a motion to that effect. Moved and seconded. We'll vote. Approved. We now have the consent docket, quite a number of items. However, I would ask that we consider voting for all of them, subject to individual consideration. Moved and seconded. Are there any questions or comments on individual consideration? Seeing none, we'll vote. Approved. Next, we have the concurrence docket. Deals mostly with the McGee Creek Authority. Would recognize a motion to approve the concurrence docket subject to individual consideration. Been moved and seconded. We'll vote. Approved. We have a couple of items, 3 items for individual consideration, and I will turn it over to our erstwhile leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. First item is in relation to the Malcolm Baldrige Award, and Jennifer McClintock is here to give you a short presentation.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you, Chairman and members of the Trust. My name is Jennifer McClintock, and I'm the Public Information Officer for the Oklahoma City Utilities Department. Today I'm here to tell you about the Malcolm Baldrige Award, which is an award our department wishes to pursue. The Malcolm Baldrige Award is the nation's highest honor and the only presidential award bestowed to an organization for excellence in quality management. Congress established the award in 1987 and named it after then Secretary of Commerce Malcolm Baldrige, who served under President Ronald Reagan from 1981 through 1987. The award is managed by the United States Commerce Department's National Institute of Standards and Technology. It awards organizations based upon specific key performance measures and indicators. Quality experts from various industries across the United States take part in the evaluation process. Awards are given annually in 6 categories, and those include manufacturing, service organizations, small business, education, healthcare, and nonprofit. In fact, and municipalities would fall under the nonprofit side of the award. And in fact, the city of Fort Collins, Colorado, was an award winner this past year. So there is precedent for government organizations to do well here. Why do we want to do this? I think we were back one more. Why are we doing this? Sorry about the little technical glitch. We want to demonstrate, first and foremost, an ongoing commitment to excellence in our own field. Last year, or 2 years ago, in 2017, we were awarded with the Gold Award for Excellence in Management Practices for a utility by the Association of Municipal Water Agencies, and that inspired us to reach higher. So in addition for applying for the Platinum Award from the AMWA in 2020, we want to step beyond our own industry area and see how our quality programs compare to organizations in a variety of industries across the United States. We're a growing utility. Right now we serve approximately 1.3 million customers, and we know that figure is only going to increase moving forward. And this process, unlike anything before it, is really going to allow us to overturn each stone in our own operations, to examine not only where we excel, but also to consider opportunities for improvement based upon a variety of key performance indicators. We want to challenge ourselves by opening up our operations for examinations by some of the top quality experts in the United States, and engage in a deep conversation about quality perceptions from all of our stakeholder groups. By showing them that we are committed to excellence and quality, we are demonstrating our ability to be excellent stewards of our assets for now and future generations. Finally, this will provide us with an opportunity for a critical self-assessment by asking others that have excelled in the area of quality management and not just our own industry. We are showing a willingness to open ourselves to improvement to all of our stakeholders, including our customers, the Water Trust, City Council, and all of the other residents and communities that we serve. Next slide. We're already doing a lot of things right, and we know that. Because of that, we've already met with a consultants for an exploratory meeting, and we recognize that we have a lot going for us. Those include, over the past 2 years, some of the awards that we already have on our mantle: the Gold Award for Excellence in Utility Management, the 2017 Governor's Award for 2016 for our Water Conservation Plan, the Southwest District of the American Water Works Association Best in Tap Award, special recognition from the Environmental Protection Agency's Clean Water State Revolving Fund Pisces program for our engineering project along the Atoka Reservoir Dam rehabilitation, national recognition from the American Council of Engineering Companies for our Hefner Sludge Process project that was just completed recently, and I think you heard about that at the last trust meeting. Our continued high marks in our citizen survey. Right now, our water service is ranking at about 91% satisfaction overall. Trash and recycling is 91% satisfaction overall, and our water and wastewater services are around 79%. Both of those are well above the national average for those same categories. We'll also want to leverage on our success with our own continued improvement management for our employees, and these include our utilities university program, which is unique among utility providers or water utility providers in the United States, as well as the lean process program that many of our supervisory staff are currently undergoing. And finally, this is a way for us as a utility to help focus our staff on their own means of self-improvement in the workplace by continuing to set the bar higher in achievement as a department. And finally, if we approve this today, this is just the first step in what is really considered a multi-year process. One of the things that the Malcolm Baldrige Award is so special and what makes it so unique among all of the other awards in the United States is that few organizations even are capable of qualifying because it takes several steps to get there. For us, that first step would be an onboarding and consultation with the Oklahoma Quality Foundation, which is a nonprofit consultant group that is directly affiliated with the Malcolm Baldrige Award Committee. And we would work side by side with them to construct self-assessment and walk us through the application process. We would first apply for the Oklahoma Quality Award, which is a first step to the Malcolm Baldrige application process. And afterwards, depending upon those results, we would then apply for the Malcolm Baldrige Award. The award process not only takes significant research and materials development by staff, but it also includes site visits from quality experts from around the state and later on the United States who would assess our operations and help us identify any areas of need. We recognize this would not be an easy task, but we're committed to seeing through as a means of completing our vision of being a top water provider in the United States. Do you have any questions? Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I would recognize a motion for approval. Been moved and seconded. Are there any questions or comments? We'll vote. Approved. Next item is a presentation by the Public Finance Management on the commercial paper program update.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Dennis Whaley is here to give you his presentation.
Good afternoon. I'm Dennis Whaley with PFM, along with Jen Arndt. We act as financial advisor to the Water Trust. So today we're going to have a brief presentation to kind going to bring you up to speed on the work we've been doing in conjunction with Aquit staff to update the commercial paper program as we move into the heavy construction phase of the Atoka pipeline project. So on page 2, a little background. The CP program started in 2006 with a $75 million program. It has been adjusted over the years to accommodate the needs of Aquit. In 2016, we upped the credit capacity to $200 million as the CIP grew, and it's given us the ability to borrow as needed and historically to avoid negative arbitrage associated with long-term bond sales. Page 3, in 2015, Aquit asked PFM to assist with a long-term financial plan, with the 10-year financial plan, to help with looking at the long-term needs of Aquit from revenues and expenditures and financial metrics, and then as well to look at what size of commercial paper program do we need to get through this very heavy spending associated with the pipeline project. We came back with information that provided that a commercial paper program, starting with what it is now, a $200 million program, escalating to a $350 million program in a couple of years, should get us through the spending on the Atoka pipeline project. The current credit facility for the commercial paper program with State Street Bank expires July 26, 19. So this is a good time for us to go through the process of raising the size of the credit facility as we go through the process that we're going to need to do anyway of extending the outstanding credit facility. Let's see, page 4. So what do we plan to do? We're going to extend the facility, and as you see at the bottom of the page, this is our expectation at this point of the size of the credit facility that will be necessary. When we come back to you for approval for the extension on July 26, we will ask that the credit facility be raised to $300 million. Then you'd see in 21 and 22, at the peak of construction, we will be looking at a $350 million commercial program. After that, as construction is ending up, you see that we'll move back down to 223, and then slowly over time come back down to $150 million. We won't need the large program, won't need the expense of the larger program, so we're managing the needs over the long haul. So going to the last page, timetable. So today we've come to you to explain what we're up to, and then ask for approval to move forward with negotiations with State Street Bank for the renewal and extension of the commercial paper program, and that will be done between the financial advisors, Aquit staff, and bond counsel. We also have bond counsel here today, Meredith Morgan. Big wave there. And after we should come back to you on April 23rd for approval of the new program as a trust, and then come back on May 7th, May 21st to ask for council approval of the new program. If all goes well, we should be closing on June 4th, and we'll be in a good place for everyone to move forward with the project. Glad to answer any questions if I can.
Any questions? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So, in your items for individual consideration, number B2, resolution authorizing the general manager to direct bond counsel and financial advisor to negotiate an extension to the revolving credit agreement with State Street Bank and Trust Company and implementing the financial advisor's recommendations for consideration by the trust prior to the expiration of the current agreement on July 26, 2019, estimated cost of $1,300,000. Are there any questions? It's been moved. Is there a second? Moved and seconded. We'll vote. Approved. Next item is resolution extending the engagement term of the the Oklahoma City Water Utilities Trust book running senior managing underwriter BOSC Inc., a subsidiary of BOK Financial Corporation, and co-managers J.P. Morgan Securities LLC, Raymond James and Associates, and Wells Nelson and Associates LLC, as appointed through the end of the fiscal year 2021. Are there any questions about this? I recognize a motion that this resolution be approved. It's been moved and seconded. So we'll vote. Approved. Thank you. Are there any items from trustees? General Manager report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The status report is as it's been all year. Lakes are all full. We've had a lot of rain, cool weather. We'll see how our balance plan works, our lake balance plan works through the summer if it gets warm and if it gets dry. We'll see how that goes. We haven't been able to test it yet, but we're looking pretty good out there. Brett, you want to give just a short briefing on the Moody's bond rating?
Certainly. Moody's Investor Service did an update review of our bonds, and they had previously rated them AAA. We got an affirmation that remained AAA, very stable, very strong, perfect answer as we go forward into the future borrowings associated with the Atoka Pipeline project.
Great, very good.
That's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Are there other items from trustees? Seeing none, I've already said that, hadn't I? Excuse me. Any citizens to be heard? Seeing none, we're adjourned.